We are back. These every time Live Hip Hop Daily presents Sideline Stories, and we're moving on to NFL action because there's a few stories that took place during this week that are pretty interesting out here in the NFL world.
Yep.
The Minnesota Vikings seem like they're going through a little bit of turmoil, something they should have identified before, giving Kirk Cousins so much guaranteed money for doing nothing.
Mr. Stillum.
Having nothing on his resume. But the Minnesota Vikings wide receiving core is very unhappy. Stefon Diggs and Adam Thielen about the production that they're seeing right now 4 weeks into the 2019 NFL season. And a lot of that, as I mentioned, is because of the play of Kirk Cousins. Earlier in the week, Stefon Diggs, Minnesota Vikings receiver, did not practice, and rumors began to swirl of him winning a trade. He spoke to the media, and he said he left it at this pretty much. There's truth behind every rumor, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So, I will mention that Diggs was a full participant in practice today. The Vikings have a very interesting task coming up this week as they'll be taking on the Giants.
Danny Dimes.
Without Saquon Barkley.
Possibly.
But, possibly. If Stefon Diggs has the opportunity to get traded, and I will throw this out there, Minnesota has said they have no plans on even fielding any trade requests at the moment for Diggs. But, hypothetically speaking, in the fantasy world, where are some places where you think Stefon Diggs could immediately make an impact?
Baltimore.
No.
Come on, man. Let me shine, man. We need to shine. No, but to be honest, besides Baltimore, if there was some way they could actually do this, I would say New Orleans, because they need another receiver. Because we all know it's just Mike and Alvin Kamara. Tag in every now and then. Where he's not catching the ball with his body. But, you know, if there was some way they could try to make that happen, even though they probably won't do it because in the division, it would be New Orleans if that was possible. Or even, who else could use him? Who needs some help?
Green Bay. It wouldn't happen like you say in the division.
They definitely not going. Yeah, they definitely not going to trade him.
Wouldn't happen, but
the
Green Bay. H's team, the New York Jets. They need a wide receiver.
They need a receiver.
They need a receiver.
Yeah, the Jets, the Giants.
I like the Giants' young receiving core though. I like what they got. I don't necessarily. He damn sure be better than anybody on their roster. Facts, you know what I'm saying.
I will say the Bears, but they ain't gonna trade the division.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Two teams in that division: the Packers and the Bears. Damn sure.
The
Texans don't need them. They got a good receiving core.
My boy in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville could certainly receive
because they got DD and DJ, and that's about it.
Jacksonville would be a good look. I like that. I like that. I really like H's Jets though. If I'm all the way honest with you, I like H's Jets. Sam Darnold needs a wide receiver. Like get a man someone to throw the rock.
Yeah, because we all know Ronnie Anderson is gonna be one trick pony.
And if we keep it funky, if Diggs was to go into the AFC East, I mean, yeah, you see New England twice a year, but outside of that, he can have field days. Buffalo has a good defense, but I still think he can have field days on Buffalo defense, and damn sure, at least presently, the Miami Dolphins defense. We know presently that he.
But we go out there right now and get $150 on the Dolphins defense, and I'm old.
Yeah, interesting to see. We're gonna head to the NFC and head to the nation's capital in Washington. It's a lot of turmoil in Washington, and it's about time that Jay Gruden, be shown the door. Now, I'm not advocating for anyone to get fired, but it's a performance-based league, performance-based world.
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? And this brother is well under 500. It's about time for him to hit the bricks here in Washington. We saw last week in panic mode. He threw Dwayne Haskins in the game. Haskins didn't have a chance to practice with the ones.
Well, I wasn't even warmed up yet.
And he threw him out there looking to save his job. So, hypothetically, once again, Jay Gruden's gone. He's out of here. Give me 2 or 3 coaches who you think would be great to come in and lead this young Washington team. Now, granted, they are very young, but they have some talent on this roster.
Yeah, Dwayne, Darius.
No, we're not talking about hurt Ball. Ball is always on IR. He's been in the league 2 years. He's been on IR twice. Get him out of there. LSU.
You just mad because you had him on your...
He got released immediately.
You mad because you on your, and he got hurt.
He got released immediately.
He'll be back this season, but you'll be like, I should have kept him.
No, because he ain't coming back to like week 10 or 11, right? Then we're going to be in fantasy playoffs.
I mean, but he had the numbers then. Okay? No, but I mean, still Darius and Dwayne and Crowder, and you got a young defense. You know, I think they got some talent there.
Who you see as a particular good coaching candidate? Because shit, I'm gonna say Jim Harbaugh. His ass gonna be out of Michigan. Bro.
He'll be
later, bro.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh won't be a bad fit.
I might not want him in the division because he's a good coach in the NFL, in my opinion.
Yeah, because if he don't win, well, once he gets smacked by Ohio State again this year, he's definitely good about it.
Exactly.
So yeah, Jim Harbaugh won't be a bad decision. Jim Harbaugh, we need some brothers.
I respect that.
Dang, what brothers what's out there?
Don't be Lovey.
No,
I don't see Herm. I think Herm.
You know what? If
I think Herm is comfortable where he at.
Or Arizona State. I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, you know, he may.
He may. He facts.
No, I will say no. Not Kevin Summerlin. And see, the thing is, it's not that many brothers to be coaching.
It's not too many brothers. Well, what about Urban Meyer? What about reuniting Haskins with Urban?
Nah, would he go the NFL route? Because
there's rumors of him maybe in Notre Dame, different teams. If Brian Kelly loses his job, but why not go to the NFL? Young team, you got the cat McLaren with the wide receiver at Washington with Ohio State. You got, the quarterback from Ohio State.
So you have a whole Ohio State reunion. I mean, that wouldn't be too bad. Or no, not him because he's terrible. I was about to say Chip Kelly, but no.
Oh yeah, Chip can't get it done.
We can't get it done at UCLA.
College level. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
his reign just came and gone. Dang, for real, it's not that many coaches that's really, you know, that stick out of your mind.
I'm going Jim and Urban.
I want to mention about Jim or Urban, or it'll come to me later, but I can't think because Washington right now is a mess. To me, for the whole question that you asked, it's a mess right now because you threw Dwayne out there. Try to save your job, and we knew that wasn't gonna happen because, like you said, the boy ain't practiced with the one, arm wasn't ready, and he threw 3 picks. So now,
bad look.
Now means like he don't know what he's doing, but you threw him out there. I mean, I know sometimes the backup, you know, sometimes it go well, sometimes it go wrong, and
hoping to catch lightning in a bottle. That wasn't that case.
And in this instance, it was terrible. But now it's like you kind of now you don't know who your starting quarterback gonna be now because if you yank Haskins out. Then you gotta damage his confidence. Cause you
they play New England this week, so they might.
They get smacked by whoever starts. So they can
go ahead and put Case Keenum out there. Don't put Haskins out there.
Let Case get out there and throw have 5 more turnovers. So yeah, let Case go out there and get the beating, and he'll get on Sunday. Because Tom Brady will probably go crazy because he stunk it up last weekend. So
it'll be interesting. It's an interesting scene in Washington, but we do know very soon Jay Gruden will be out of his job and the coaching carousel. And
coaching with his brother.
Coaching carousel. He may end up in Oakland. I ain't mad at that. If his brother look out for him and get him a job, that's what brother's supposed to do.
I mean, it's the only way got a job in Oakland and what you call it?
That's what you're supposed to do. You know,
namesake.
Week 5 in the NFL is upon us. It's actually underway right now as the Seattle Seahawks are currently hosting the Los Angeles Rams. Few interesting matchups this week. One particularly for me is my Eagles look to continue to bounce back against H's New York Jets. So we'll talk about that in a moment. But I'm going to give a few matchups out there, and I want you to give me your predictions on the score and who might be a breakout player. Right now, as I mentioned, we got the Rams taking on the Seahawks in Seattle. Divisional matchup. Both teams are 3-1 coming into tonight's game. Who you like winning this one?
I would have said the Rams. If I didn't see what they did last week. That's a hard twist.
Russell Wilson against Aaron Donald.
And that's not a good matchup either. You know what? Forget it. I'll go with the Rams. Give the ball to Todd. I know Todd knees ain't the greatest right now, but good Lord, give the boy the ball because he rushed the ball 5 times last week. So give Todd the ball at least 10 to 15 times. You may get 75 yards out of him, possibly, and get him a TD. So, yeah, I'll go with the Rams.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks at home on a Thursday
I won't be mad
night.
about the Seahawks winning, so,
Seahawks at home on a Thursday night with the 12. I'm going to rock with them. Then we got the Eagles and the Jets. As I mentioned, Sam Darnold may be a game-time decision. He did practice today. They asked him how he felt. He'll have some extra protection around his spleen and rib area. He kind of kidded around that if he can play and they can assure him that he's not going to die, that he'll go out there, that he'll get out there and play.
But he better sit out this week. Sit out this week.
Yeah, because going up against that Eagles defense, I'm not quite sure. I don't know. But the Eagles and the Jets, who you like in that matchup right there?
The Eagles defense ain't what it was.
It's not, but it's better than anything the Jets has throwing out there.
Touche. Touche. I guess I go. I'm not gonna give you no love, H, because y'all terrible. Have y'all won a game yet? All right, well, I'll continue.
Continues to go to the Eagles.
Yeah, go to the Eagles.
Me as well.
Yeah, 0-5 for these Jets.
Then we got a very interesting matchup taking place in Carolina as Gardner Minshew takes his mustache and the Jaguars
Mississippi mustache
up to Carolina, as I mentioned, to take on Kyle Allen. Once again, Cam Newton won't be in the lineup. So you're liking this matchup, a Super Bowl rematch. Remember when these teams came in 95, 96? The Jags and the Panthers came in together.
When they play the Super Bowl?
Not Super Bowl. Expansion is what I mean.
Expansion draft. Yeah.
Expansion teams. Who you liking this one? They might have played in the Super Bowl, though. Who did the Jags play when they went to the Super Bowl?
Jags never been in the Super Bowl.
Keenan McCardell and
they won AFC Championship. That's far they went.
No Super Bowl for them?
They were supposed to go where they had Mark Brunell and Fred.
Keenan McCardell?
AFC Championship as far as they went.
Like they played in the Super Bowl.
No,
Who you liking that matchup between the Jags and the Panthers?
Where they playing at?
It's in Carolina.
Who?
Bank of America Stadium.
Go with the Mississippi mustache, man.
I like that.
Mississippi mustache.
I'm going to take the Jags in that game as well.
And my boy Leonard goes crazy again.
I need him to for fantasy purposes. Then these stink Falcons, as you would say, they're heading to Texas to take on the Texans in Houston. Now, one thing I think is very dope and sentimental about this game, Deshaun Watson, of course, being from the Atlanta area, he was once a ball boy for the Atlanta Falcons. So he had times where he was throwing passes to Julio Jones and Roddy White. And I actually saw a cool story earlier today online. Forgive me for not actually remembering the publication where I read it, but it was talking about after one practice, Asante Samuel had left his mouthpiece in the locker room, and he asked Deshaun Watson to go get it, and Deshaun went to get it. And after practice, Asante Samuel gave him $1,000 for going to get it for him and whatnot. So I know.
Well, see, yeah, you know what? Hey, being in that ball boy realm, sometimes
you get some perks.
There's some person gonna do some dumb stuff like that. You never know when you go get some cash. Because Lord knows I've gotten my cash in my day.
As a ball boy for the Hawks. I respect that.
In my day, got my, never said nothing crazy, but got my cash. For people who know me, know what I'm talking about.
Deshaun went from getting cash to possibly busting the Falcons' ass.
That's a great line right there.
Who you got in this one as the Falcons head to Houston?
H-time.
I like that one as well. Dan Quinn, this might be his last game. They might go on just. So Arthur Blank isn't known to let go of coaches mid-season. It's an interesting matchup too. And the NFC South, two teams who actually lead the division right now, as the Bucks, who are surprisingly doing well in the Bruce Arians right now, could very easily be if we're not gonna talk about what's going on with their missed field goals and opportunities. But we got the Bucks heading to the Big Easy to take on Teddy Bridgewater, who's still in the lineup as Drew Brees continues to heal that thumb, and the New Orleans Saints.
The black quarterbacks.
So you're liking that matchup, the battle of the black quarterbacks.
Since I'm 2-0 picking these fools, let's go 3-0 picking these Saints. And my pops want to keep, calling me a jinx, but I'm 2-0 picking them. So I'll be on 3-0 picking the Saints.
I'm going with Famous Jameis.
We know every time.
Famous Jameis. I told y'all what he was going to do last week in LA.
And I'm going to trick it up by throwing a pick six. Credit I was giving him credit for throwing the bomb to Mike Evans, and then the next year throws the pick six.
I mean, man, shit happens when you're a renegade at quarterback. Things happen, but he's still throwing more touchdowns than interceptions right now.
Thank God.
And the Bucks are looking promising. They looking better than the Ravens.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
Speaking of the Ravens are heading to Pittsburgh to take on a division foe.
We about to fight.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers. What the bum Ravens gonna do against the Steelers? I like the Steelers in this one.
I know you
just cause
you don't want me to succeed.
No, I like y'all. Y'all Steelers ain't good. I like y'all in this match. Y'all lose this game.
I already told you. Look, if we lose this week, I'm coming here to press.
Y'all lose this one. The ship is beginning to sail.
Yeah, man, we gonna be 2-3, but I feel like, what I'm saying, defense got what they had a little skirmish on the sidelines. I think they needed that because, good Lord, we've been stinking up the joint on the defensive side of the ball. So I don't really see the Steelers getting any kind of luck You know, that little fruitgazy win they got from Monday. I wanted them to tie, but they got to win. So rebounds back, get off the snide, 3-2. Lamar Jackson goes 285 passing, 75 yards rushing. And if he gets 65, he'd be the second fastest Tyrod G3 to get 1,000 yards in his career, 21 games.
Packers and the Cowboys in the late game. That's
Packers.
That's going on in Dallas.
I'm
gonna go with the Cowboys on that one, just because the Packers run defense I seen last week against my Eagles was ass. So I think, unfortunately, I don't want to see the Cowboys do it, but I think Zeke Elliott might have a field day.
I think
and Devontae Adams may not be on the field for the Packers.
Okay, I guess I picked the Cowboys.
Then in the Monday night game, it's a surprising game in my opinion. I think it'd be very entertaining as the Cleveland Browns head to the Bay Area to take on the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners versus the Browns. So you're liking that one.
So we got Miss Brittany in the back. She's from California, so we know what she's picking. So I'm going with these Niners because I don't want the Browns to get no love because they beat us on Sunday. So let's go Niners.
I'm gonna go with the Browns in this matchup. They hungry right now. They need it a little more than the Niners. Niners are undefeated. Coming off of a bye on a Monday night game. I see Miles Garrett get into Jimmy
Porn
G,
star
and
Jimmy.
I see Odell Beckham he hasn't had a breakout game really. He had a big 80+ yard play for the Browns, but last week was very quiet. Landry did his thing. A lot of the folks, it's not even Clemson.
Marlon Humphreys was straight up guarding him. I mean, he had a little brackets.
He had some help.
He had some help, but
Also, no one's straightening up guarding Odell except for maybe Jalen. You know what I'm saying?
You just want to say it because he's from.
No, I mean he's pretty much the only corner in the NFL right now that actually.
Patrick Peterson, even though it's week 5, he comes back. Patrick comes back this week. Pat comes back this. Who they play? Find out who they probably gonna lose, but who they
might be on a bye. Yeah, I think they on a bye.
I'm about to say they're gonna lose.
They play the Bengals.
That's a battle of the stinks.
Garbage game.
It's gonna be a tie.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Browns in that one.
Don't we got a London game this week? If you forget about that.
Yeah, no, it's just not an important game.
Khalil Mack on his whole team.
Yeah, that's not a good game. But you can throw out there that the Bears.
The Bears gonna smack him.
That's not a good game. It's not.
I mean, Khalil gonna get 2.5, and the Bears gonna dominate the Raiders. The score could probably be. Oh no, I forgot they got Chase Daniels as the quarterback. Dang. All right, so the score could probably be like 17-10 if they even score at all.
Let our audience know where they can check you out on social media, good sir.
Yeah, man. You catch me at CEO Triche, CEOTRICHE, and also at Kings Kicks, ATL, KINGKICKZATL. We had 8,000 followers, baby. We was moving.
Amen.
We were moving and grooving.
Amen. Make sure you stay tuned and locked in to everything that's going on here at Live Hip Hop Daily and the Live Hip Hop Daily Studios. Make sure you follow Live Hip Hop Daily on social media. Follow These Urban Times. Check me out as well at Eldorado 2452. We won't be on air next Thursday. It's a lot going on with A3C, so we're getting different coverage and things. But we'll be back the following week, and we'll talk about the NBA because that'll be our kind of NBA preview. Craig will be back at the desk with us. We'll break down our predictions on the finals, our MVPs, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Player, and Coach of the Year, and we'll kind of just dissect what we've seen in preseason. So it'll be really dope. So stay tuned. Be blessed out here. Peace and blessings.
Peace.